Do you think we'll get the Viper again?
I don't see why not. I still think it's a good flex pick. They seem to favor it in the 5. It's getting like less and less of a flex, but I mean, I don't know. Did you have any issues with Viper that game? I didn't.
No, I think it's interesting how it makes me not want to pick certain heroes. Like we talked about, like the Huskar and stuff, right? Like,
yeah.
You could even maybe apply it to the Beastmaster because theoretically, like in the mid, I could see that being like, I don't know if I want to because like, what if they rush the Atos and they come into my jungle and they can farm my stacks? That seems like a hero that played in the right way and with good supporting cast could interrupt a Beastmaster's play. So I feel like they're just shutting out a lot of nice heroes with this simple 5 pick.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a big drafting boon for this squad. But we've got game number 2. Let's jump into it now and see what we've got. To the jungle we go.
They banned a second hero.
Oh no, my second Dusa game. No, I thought they would be. I see. Last time, what would always happen is they get it second phase and then they pick it first phase, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the trend would continue. Maybe I'll get a game 3, but we said there's a chance.
Oh yeah, true. Wow, you guys laughing at me. Infinity played well, all right.
I agree. I'm agreeing with you. I think there's a chance too.
I think there's a chance. There's always a chance.
Dude, they played really well. They should have won this game. I actually think if they had another carry, they would have won this game. I think NoPing got a little carried by their draft.
Well, maybe, but that wasn't just by like a coin flip, man. Remember what that draft looked like? There were a lot of carries banned. That was by design. They got the better of them in the draft. That's what made it look so easy.
Dude. Like, you just don't want to pick Spectre. There's so many heroes you don't want to pick because of the Viper. Like,
that's what I'm saying, man.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Just being like, well, it's pretty close, but they just got outdrafted. It's like, yeah, that's part of what makes them the lesser team here.
Right, but that's why we're saying there's a good chance. You're acting like there's no hope. This is the part where they're supposed to fix that.
Yeah, it's going to be a different coin flip. Okay, they don't have Medusa now, so I think this by design, if we look at the games NoPing won, I think a lot of them had Medusa. So
a lot of them did, but they have won other games without the Medusa.
Yes, they have.
Yes.
They don't go for that Viper though. They get the Mars and Infinity, also ignoring the Center and the Beastmaster. Oh,
yes,
spoke too soon.
Yes.
Nature's Prophet.
Hoping. This is all I wanted.
Okay,
just take it.
Centaur.
Yes. I mean, I think it's a little. I think you have to get Center in the second phase, or else you're pretty much just saying Mars is middle. They could Storm, which is definitely a problem for Infinity. That pretty much the only counter people seem to really value against the Beast.
Anything else that just sticks on them too is like important, right? Any idea of vision? I don't think it has to be a one hero solution. I do like the Storm, as you're saying. I don't know if I'd want to necessarily pick it this early. I feel like there's enough solutions that we can work around it. But anything that gives you vision, allows you to hunt him down. I really hate this hero pick, but we'll see. They can still salvage this. I do think that a lot of my points about it being bad versus Beastmaster were pretty proven in that first series today, where it kind of felt like he didn't do anything. Yes, you could dispel the stacks, but I don't think that's a good enough answer.
No,
but all of his friends
as Steven would say, this is the butler. All right, HFN loves butlers. This is the butler.
Yeah, that was the
He's gonna follow HFN. He's gonna give him some HP because he's not gonna be playing Medusa, so he might take some damage when he's really jungling.
The spot.
Okay, what happens if you just like silence the Beastmaster? Would he just kill himself with the stacks from Curse? Like, I'm not even kidding right now. Like, would he just die? You just use Silencer.
You hit him with the Curse.
I don't think people like that hero. But yeah.
What about Faceless Void and Time Dilation? You know, I feel like people need to start opening their brains here.
I like Faceless Void. I think
we need to find some. This guy does one thing, all right? You got to invade his jungle, and you got to burst him down. Or, like...
I think Europe is playing a lot of Faceless Void. So it's just a matter of time until more teams, start getting it. I think Nigma played a fair amount of it. I've seen Alliance play it. It's possible.
It's possible. Maybe.
Okay, Alchemist. That's another good ban here. I still think we want to not forget about this Nature's Prophet. That's something we saw HFN gravitate towards was it the series against SG? No, it was the other one. Hokori. They played the position 1 Prophet in both games, I think.
Seconds remaining.
Yeah. I think it's kind of weak versus Beastmaster, but they do have the Zabaton, and he manages to play well alongside HFN. You could be able to, protect him from the Beast.
I do think now's a good time for that Storm ban, though. Looking at like the other bans that have been thrown out with the Puck being banned, I think you should get rid of the Storm.
What about this Invoker ban? Like, is there an actual possibility Beastmaster's offline?
5 seconds remaining.
That I'm not sure about. That seems a little unusual.
They've been Puck and Invoker.
All right. Well, looks like they might get their Storm Spirit at the very least.
Yep.
They can pick any 5 here. I don't care.
I mean, Huskar's open as far as we know for NoPing.
10 seconds remaining.
There's no Oracle though, as you know, from the first phase, so makes it a little awkward.
5 seconds remaining.
Give me some more of this Witch Doctor Earth Spirit. I'm into that. Undispellable, Maledict, kill combo, can help protect the Beastmaster. Winter Wyvern could be kind of cool. Oh, I saw a tweet. I just remembered. It's like some broken combo with Winter Wyvern and Beastmaster because you can curse and then just keep stacking the axes during the whole curse. Yeah, see? They're on the Twitter.
Oh, look at that.
You mean we can't use the tweeter?
So if the curse ends, like when the curse ends, they're all going to have like a ton of stacks on them.
I see.
Right? It's kind of gross.
10 seconds.
I like this.
I think Dota Cinema tweeted. All I saw was one of those flashy thumbnails,
5 seconds remaining.
Right. It's pretty cool. I like the idea. Yeah, it's.
I think even outside of that idea, it's like kind of a cheesy combo. Winter Wyvern helps delay pushes at towers while Beastmaster's jungling. Winter Wyvern can help fight in the jungle on the earlier end. It has really good damage. It's a good hero at fighting around neutrals too because of the way the Splinter Blast works, right? So it has a lot of benefits for where Beastmaster wants to play on the map.
The only thing I dislike of this Wyvern pick is the fact that it's a 5 Wyvern instead of a 4. I think she benefits a lot from items, a blink, Aether Lens. So
it can't do less than 5 Abaddon. I mean, you're acting like this 5 Abaddon is going to be God's gift to the laning phase. Last time we saw him, he did nothing.
I mean, it's just that, Wyvern has so much potential. That's what I mean. And Abaddon, as a 5, you just expect him to shield people, press Q, like that's all he does. Wyvern can do much more, but you need a couple of items to make it work well, especially against that Tony that will hunt his Wyvern over and over again.
And hunt the Beastmaster.
You're that
I'm
Wyvern
completely
player.
fine. Like, if any team was just like got picked Beastmaster versus them and they instantly went Tiny, I wouldn't be like, oh, this is like the best pick. But just because it's like Dark Mago and they know how they want to play this hero, then I'm fine with this. I would just really like some other Vision hero or someone else that like wants to run around the map with him a lot right now, like an Earth Spirit-esque hero,
Yeah.
like
No,
a Clockwork.
Something nice and aggro.
What else is here?
It's almost peculiar how well they play around this Tiny. I agree with you. It's just their thing.
What can you pick here? Maybe we'll go Nyx. Yeah, we did talk about Nyx versus Beastmaster.
Yeah, it's got some benefits for sure. It doesn't have like the most damage until level 6, but yeah, I agree. Like if it's the plan, right? More stack stealing would be good too, like Razor-esque Dota,
5 seconds remaining.
Guys, can we pick Sven again? They're just like talking over.
I mean, they have a lot of options. Do you guys want to
beat them with Sven now?
So it's like anything but Alk or Dusa.
What's Juggernaut? You guys remember when we were talking about Jug in the first draft for Infinity? It was never banned, right? They picked Sven even though Jug was
we thought Jug was good.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
There it is.
There's Zyori again.
Okay.
He did his research. He came prepared, and he snipes the pick.
He found HFN's second hero.
Data.
All right. So they're like an off laner for Infinity. I'm starting to think this Mars could be a support. Because, what do you gain
10 seconds
from
remaining.
last picking your 4 here for
I would
NoPing?
put Willow as the 4, and then it would be good.
5 seconds
I like that.
remaining.
I like that. I think it's...
That would be
Dynasty
nice.
battle.
Oh, but I don't think this Nature's Prophet is a defense hero.
I guess it kind of makes sense to get rid of the potential because they're like trying to save whoever their offlaner is. Like if they pick a Tide or something.
Yeah.
You know,
They swap it.
and they're like, oh, they could make the Prophet
10
another
seconds
lane. I mean, they do have
I
a
mean,
lot of
they do have
flexibility.
less pick on Infinity, though. Is this necessary?
5 seconds remaining.
If they really want a certain hero, like
Yeah.
you know, that's all there is to it.
Radiant team banned.
Oh, they banned the Tide anyways. Very nice.
Yeah, I think once they ban Ursa, you ban Tide
Yeah.
because that's a direct. I want to pick Tide Hunter when I see an Ursa ban.
Yeah. Or Underlord.
Yeah, but Underlord I only pick when Tide's banned.
I mean,
Isn't
Infinity.
it like Underlord is like the Pepsi to the Coke of Tide Hunter.
That's a good one.
Remaining.
I just don't think they were going to pick Ursa, though. I think it's
Dire team
Prophet
pick.
1 with a mid tiny, and they're going to pick an offlaner here.
Radiant team pick.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think
so that's,
Infinity
Mars
really
4.
misread those last bans, dude. They got.
Oof.
There was a 0% chance they pick Luna there.
Probably not Luna. Although it is
That
bigger
was-
versus like Wyvern and stuff, I guess.
10 seconds
So what are we doing with this
remaining.
Mars then, though? Do you think the Mars should be 4 or the Tiny should be 4? I feel like the Tiny should be mid and Mars should be Matthew.
I
agree.
think, yeah, I agree. I think Centaur just crushes Juggernaut if he's a core.
I can't believe Scent made it all the way through.
Oh, they can use the position 4 Mars to... They can TP Sprout Spear while they're hunting the Beastmaster.
Oh.
Hey.
Of course, he has axes, but, you know. We got plays.
Interesting synergy. That's cool. But, you have a Tiny that can go eggs, but you have here's a destroy trees. What happens?
Is this like Underlord? Just catch them, pit them up.
Of it. Mm. They could try, like... It has to be someone who makes plays, right? Like... Or Jackson, like Aura Builder. Oh, okay. I was trying
There's
to
your
think of a way to jack
playmaker.
up the jug, but
Is
that's
this
pretty
Beast
clever.
offlane then? Oh, I like
Oh my
this.
god, it is. Oh my god, Bowie got one. It's an
Okay.
offlane beast.
Yeah, but should it be?
I don't know. I
I actually
don't
feel
know.
like the Beastmaster lanes really well versus Nature's Prophet. I think Magnus being a mid hero is gonna enable that jug.
doesn't
If
Magnus
this game goes late
also-
enough, Nature's Prophet doesn't carry this game. The jug just smashes
True.
Nature's Prophet. So I like this. They're gonna
Yeah.
enable jug, and if NoPing doesn't get a fast tempo, they're not screwed, but I don't think their draft scales as much.
They got to get there though, right? We're worried about this laning phase against the Centaur. It is the Dark Mago Mars with the Matthew Tiny.
Ooh, that's probably in response to the changes too,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
right? Because the mag's gonna be mid, and so there's not as much pressure to like rush around onto the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think we're looking at 2-0. I'm skeptical about the offlane beast. I get it, Bowie. I actually kind of agree it's good against the Prophet in lane, but there's always an opportunity cost of making a move like that. I don't think
Dude.
he'll have Ags at the same time.
I don't know. I think I like Infinity more.
Yeah, dude.
I think
This is
they-
a 40-minute win for Infinity. PP is going to be 12,
Okay.
2, and 4 with his Saber
Okay.
Daedalus Magnus.
I'm a little worried about this Nature's Prophet's lane with the Earth Spirit and the Beastmaster, and then he's like an Abba 5. That feels really. I feel like there's gonna be some musical lanes and some funky
Okay.
stuff might be happening here.
That might be a good prediction as well. It certainly looks like there's potential for that. This is exciting. Game number 2, final series of the day. Gary, T-Bone, what do we got? Who's ready for some action?
Well, I'm definitely ready, yeah. I mean, we've seen this before, right? The PP Magnus up against Beast Coast, where he didn't go for the Echo Saber Daedalus. He went very heavy into the utility build, and they almost won that game. He put on a sick performance, didn't he, Theban?
Yeah, exactly. This is what I was thinking about. PP, the one Magnus mid player that is going for that carry-ish build. And if you will do that again, if he does not fall under the pressure of going a utility build, I think this is going to be an intense game, Gary. Because Juggernaut
absolutely.
with Empower and a Magnus who's also going to be a threat, that is very hard for NoPing to deal with.
Look at this battle in the mid lane already.
Sentry war.
Good stuff. Well, Radiant Sentry, the lone survivor in the mid river. A de-ording battle. But yeah, I think you're right. Going into mid to late game, empowered, inner beasted, potentially solar crested Juggernaut with all his items. He is looking like he's the highest scaling hero in this match. But we have seen HFN on this Prophet perform very well. One of the first players to really show it off in the South American region with the Witchblade build. It was very, very popular.
See, the thing about HFN, Gary, I'll tell you why he's so good, okay?
Go
you know
ahead.
what the secret to him is? He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything. This guy just wants to hit creeps. He doesn't care if it's your creeps he's taking, his teammates, like, doesn't matter whose. He knows that as long as he gets this item and this item and this item, he's gonna carry the game on his own. So he does everything in his power to achieve that. Right? Where other carries, sometimes they think like, oh, I shouldn't, collide with this guy where he's farming and he's farming. Maybe I should give this to my teammate, and maybe he's confused about what items to get as well. But HFN, this man, he's so focused on his own game and doesn't care about anybody else.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he needs. Well, we did see the final end to that warding battle in the mid lane. And
Did we?
Dark Mago and Pandaboo taking out a Sentry
There's
and an
another
Observer
one.
ward. Yeah.
It's another sentry there, my god.
Well, they got the Obs ward.
Yep.
That's a nice
They
bit of money
did.
for them.
A little bit of
Straight
extra
back.
XP from Mars as well. So even if he gets
Yeah.
one creep denied, he's still going to get level 2 in this lane, regardless.
Absolutely. Take a peek into some of these other lanes, like you mentioned, melee against melee. Unless PP pulls out some 6 skewers, probably just going to be the farm trade down in that mid lane. So bottom, Oscar Centaur, the hero that got all the way through the drafting phase until the very end. Up down here with Matthew, toss onto the Wyvern and into the Stomp, and Sexy Yogi, he's been put in a pretty dangerous position there. One more touch from Oscar should secure the first blood as Sexy Yogi tangoing up. Juking through the trees, the little spot that Jenkins been warning us about, the tree stump, it's not enough to save the Wyvern.
And Sexy Yogi feeds away first blood to the Tiny. That's scary. That means he's got instant tranquil boots now.
And they forced a spin of Jug. A nice little toss into a fake pump with a stomp. A double wave coming the way of Oscar's Centaur, so he's going to get a great amount of experience here.
Yeah. And Oscar going for the bracer first as well. Not something you typically see from the Centaur, but it's not that bad against the Juggernaut because there's only a certain amount of damage a Jug can do with the spin. Getting tossed back. Ooh, lots of damage being dealt here.
Still a level 1 Centaur though, so there's no additional damage coming through after that stomp and toss. Still pressure onto Now's Juggernaut, that's for sure though. How's top lane going, Theban? What's happening up there?
Well, in the top lane, we got Nature's Prophet farming, as we would expect. Beastmaster, gonna kick him back in. Ooh, that's a lot of damage, but it doesn't really matter. You got a Apothec Shield, you got more heals coming out. You can't really kill the Nature's Prophet in this lane, as long as Pandaboo's alive. Even if he does get pulls off. So, and there's a few denies as well. Beastmaster not really able to contest too well against this Blightstone NP. Way too much damage.
3 CS on Little Boy. Not feeling too hot at all. HFN brings out some more little buddies. Try and contest his pull. Pandaboo, great job there to drag the wave and reconnect it with a couple of these dire creeps. Stopping that lane manipulation from them, but down bottom. They were eyeing up the Juggernaut. They'll go into the Wyvern instead, and again, it's this hand grenade play. Toss them into the Stomp, the double edge. Easy pickings in that bottom lane for NoPing.
Yeah, they're doing quite well. I mean, Juggernaut is farming, but this Wyvern dying 2 times like this is just not good. Centaur Tiny, these heroes get early Blink Daggers. You're going to have a huge problem with Sun Infinity, even if you do got that Magnus Juggernaut in play.
I mean, what, like 3 minutes in, Oscar's already got his Ring of Health. Trying to spin into him. Toss the Centaur
Tossed
away
away
from
from the
danger.
Yep, that's very good. It's funny, he tossed him into the opponent, but it was still away from the damage. So, he's still alive thanks to that. And that's one thing you gotta consider when you're playing Juggernaut. Whenever you want to use your Blade Fury, you have to make sure that it's gonna be 100% guaranteed kill.
Well, it's a good roll on top lane. Should be able to get Little Boy a kill there. Gets his double boars into action at last. Killing off
And
Pandaboo.
HFN gonna TP also back to base and heal up because he knows while Pandaboo is dead, there is a threat on his life. So he's gonna heal up and TP back to the top lane.
Always feels pretty busted that Prophet's allowed to do that. Like TP
Yep,
home,
exactly.
pick up items, regen fully, and just immediately into lane again.
Middle tower is
Well,
under
at least
attack.
now he doesn't have 3 TPs, right? So you do have to spend 100 gold to buy another teleport,
True.
which he just did. So it will cost you 100 gold to go back to base and do it. But it's pretty much like getting a healing salve at that point.
Yeah. Well, now yet again forced to spin. Matthew still has a toss, and he was looking for that little play onto the jug again, but now has the boots. Able to slip away. But the fact that spin is down for 20 seconds means the ever-looming threat is still present. Toss with Stomp. You can see Saxyogi just playing very defensively now, behind the Juggernaut, behind the creep wave. At this point, feels like the Wyvern's doing not much more than leeching experience away from the Jug.
Yeah, I would love to see him just go into the jungle and try to get some pulls going. Like, if you can get the Tiny away from the side there as well, just give as much XP to your Jug. That's much, much better.
Yeah.
Like, you can always kite Matthew as well. Matthew looks like he's stacking the big camp again. That's a triple stack there now. It's gonna be really scary.
That's something Centaur loves to go and clear once he's got a couple of levels as well.
Yeah, we'll see a
Double
rotation
edge.
from Dark Mago with the smoke. Smoke rotation to bottom.
They forced
Oh,
the
they
spin.
want now. He just used Blade Fury. Yep.
That's perfect. And they can't kill Oscar.
Fine.
And there's the Arena Spear. It is just really spot-on stuff from NoPing. They flick the switch after game one. They're really feeling themselves. Pamplona even TP down here to react to what was happening, but it just so quick.
And it wasn't even like he was losing mid or anything like that. He had to rotate. He rotated because he knows he can't really get a kill onto PP middle. So making some plays happen. And it was so perfectly timed because now just used Blade Fury to try to put some pressure onto Oscar there.
And now that's Oscar with a Vanguard. They're trying
Yep,
to
the
roll
broken
Splinter
Vanguard.
Blast. They can't. They can't. He stomps. He TPs. The spin. It's not going to come. They know they can't kill him off. He's way too tanky. And in the mid lane,
Heal up and walk right back bottom.
Matthew's invis. Toss
Grenade.
PP into the tower. Spear him. No, there's no mana. It's on cooldown anyway. That's still a bit of an annoyance for PP's mag.
Yeah, he's just doing some crazy stuff on Matthew. You know, he got the time for it. Winning bottom lane really hard at this point.
It feels like every lane, honestly. Thinking about the Beastmaster, we always talk about the Aghanim Scepter. Helm of the Dominator is coming up for Little Boy. Are you a fan of that?
Not really.
Especially if he dies here. Oh, great body blocks. Get in front of him, trap the Beastmaster. He's no master of these treants, that's for sure, but not enough damage from HFN or Pandaboo. And now with PP coming in, catching the Abaddon with a Shockwave and a
I would
Skewer.
have RP'd that.
He doesn't want to, does he? I mean, Pamplona can roll back in, dodged by Pandaboo. Little drop of the shoulder. RP
Yep.
fake pumped. You just don't want to spend your ulti on it. Maybe if HFN walks a little bit closer, catch him in the RP, but
PP's
PP's dying to the tower. And the Mars rotation comes from Dark Mago with the Arena, spear up the Magnus, kill him off. He's on a spree now, and Pamplona, he's going to try and roll away, but caught up inside this Mars' nonsense, and HFN just keeps on clicking. One after the other, pummel them into the ground. That rotation did not work
Bottom lane.
out. Oh, are they
Jug
killing
dies,
off the
Tiny's
Juggernaut?
alive.
No way!
Yep. That's gotta feel so bad. There's just way too much hesitation from Infinity, Gary. Like, Mag TP's in there. You got the Stampede coming out. Just hit the Skewer and RP the Abaddon. Just kill him. The longer it takes, the more time NoPing has to react. And possibly the fight turning poorly for you. And that's exactly what happened. Mag dies to a Mars. That's TPing it. And now bottom lane, same thing. Juggernaut goes onto the Tiny. 1 hit left. Gets tomboed. And he's dead.
He's going from bad
Level
to
5
worse. I mean, level 5 Juggernaut. 8 minutes in. He's going to steal the Arcane Rune
Oh,
away, but the
again.
Avalanche Toss
Not
Spear
like this.
combo. Beautifully timed, and Juggernaut dead yet again. 3 deaths on Now's Jug. Well, he's 33 CS, 3 denies, 3 deaths. He's going for all the 3s, but I don't know.
My God.
Under attack.
Yep. I mean,
Radiant
Passes it all.
fortified.
our Discord has activated the curse words though, so we'll see what happens in the next minute. And if you guys don't know what that means, it's Whenever Dino writes panel ready in chat, in our Discord chat, the game always turns the other way.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Croatian voodoo. Some black magic fuckery going on from Dino. He's got some extraterrestrial powers. I don't know. Pamplona's going to scout out Matthew. They see Dark Mago and little boy TPs.
Playing so aggressively on NoPing at the moment. You know what I like about NoPing? Like, I think I finally figured it out. This team... Okay, hold on. Matthew, he's in a lot of danger. That's a lot of damage with the Omni.
Stampede. It's going to get Pandaboo and Oscar out of there anyway. Yeah,
they slow down the bleeding. They at least got 1 kill on the board. Juggernaut's got that Empower going. They don't really have any Ancient stacks, but that's okay. As long as he can farm up here for a minute or so, and they can get this tower with the Beastmaster's Aura, I do think Infinity can still stay in this game.
Yeah, remedy some of their ails. As they do have that Helm of the Dominator creep and a roll onto Oscar. Vanguard.
You really want to go on that Centaur?
Centaur still got 1,000 HP even after the jump. Now the toss back. Beastmaster caught up in the stomp. The reaction from NoPing, so snappy and decisive. They don't get the Pamplona Earth Spirit though. He has managed to roll himself away.
Meanwhile, HFN also sniped out Sexy Yogi there with his Witch Blade.
So
plenty of damage coming off from that. Yeah. So what I was gonna say about NoPing is what I like about them, what makes them a good team, is that they know how to play defensively and aggressively. Like last game, they got this Dusa lineup where you're just kind of holding your ground, getting your farm, and then attacking on your timings. This game, they got this Nature's Prophet, Centaur, Mars combo where you're constantly playing aggressively and making actions on the map. Like being able to switch on and off like that is a really hard thing to do for teams. And NoPing's able to do that.
Yeah, so like dynamic adaptability. It's real good.
Oh,
this smoke was scouted.
Oh god, PP, no.
He can't find him.
He had an Invis rune, right? He could have just kept going. Try to find him. I just try to skewer.
He's too sneaky.
Okay.
I mean, the smoke was scouted by a great Dark Observer Ward as they make
Sexy
good play
Yogi.
onto Sexy Yogi. Top lane, Avalanche. Well, not an Avalanche, it's a Stomp coming through now. Kill off that. Oh, Winter Wyvern.
It's a 0-6 Winter Wyvern, 11 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Half of the deaths. And a 4k lead for NoPing as they glyph that mid tower. Centaur gonna put his body in the way as the rest of his team trying to collapse onto the retreating side of Infinity, and they'll stampede for that Beastmaster, the arena and the spear just before the roar comes out, so they catch the Beastmaster up in it, toss and slay with the God's Rebuke. Level 6 Winter Wyvern looking for a curse onto somebody, anybody. Yeah, that's an Oscar Centaur. That's not a somebody or an anybody, but an RP. That's a play. In from PP. Catch 3 of them, skewer them, but the damage seems to be lacking. PP just dies in the middle of it. Dark Mago heals himself up with a bit of a one charge there. Spears back that Spirit, and HFN is able just to stand his ground. Role playing as Medusa. Attack moving into the Infinity Squad and killing off another couple.
Well, that's Infinity's kitchen sink that was thrown, and it didn't look too good. They got the Centaur kill. I mean, I guess that's something, but HFN is just hitting your tier 1 after wiping your team.
Oh, Pamplona's been scouted. Dark Mago on this Mars. Real great performance. 7-0-4. Clear up the mid tier 1 tower. They're still getting a reaction out of Infinity. Like PP TPs, blinks away, wants to deny, he won't get it. Now is also here. Infinity, they're stepping up. They're facing off against them, trying to fight, but there's a Yule's catching out PP with a spear. Dark Mago sets it up. God's Rebuke, and now the Witchblade of HFN comes into play. Skewer away, but Matthew is going to be able to get another Avalanche off when that Cold Embrace ends. God's Rebuke again from Dark Mago as they do chase forward. An Avalanche onto PP, and the arena comes back up off cooldown. Dark Mago, he's just slaying them. Puts them in the ground. Another 3-kill sweep through this team fight. Winter Wyvern, what is that, 7th?
Is that it?
8th death of the game. Oh, dearie me.
Is that it? Is that it?
Are we done?
Are you
we
waiting
there
for
yet?
it? It might be. I don't know. I see some PP team chat Juggernaut just taunting behind the tier 2 tower. 8,000 gold lead by NoPing. I mean, this is just Infinity trying to bang their heads into NoPing.
Yeah.
Hoping that they can win some kind of team fight when they got this Jug Mag. And they should be just farming, getting levels, and forcing NoPing into like bad rotations.
They'll kill Matthew with a roar. They will kill Matthew. My God, it takes a while, doesn't it?
He will die.
The bonus armor. I don't know, man.
Hold on, he doesn't have mana.
Hey.
Panda Boo to heal him.
Hit him, roll him, kill him. The toss buys more time. And look at who's arrived. Winter's Curse forced out onto HFN. Dark Mago with a DD rune. He wants to kill little boy. Panda Boo can't chase him. The boar gets Yules. Stop that pesky boar. It looks like little boy gonna create a bit of a gap between himself and this dire side and dodges the arena. Sexy Yogi does die to HFN down south. The little boy finally found by Dark Mago. And yet again, it is the NoPing side in the driving seat as HFN. Oh, he TP's bottom. He is all alone.
Radiant's middle tower is under
PP
attack.
has Blink RP. Nope, they won't find him.
Is that a Kira's finish? Not yet. Almost there. 9,600 net worth. Wait, hold on. He might break the record if he can farm 3,000 gold in the next 3 minutes.
Oh, really?
Today's record. He's got to farm 3,000 gold, Gary.
Well, he has to make sure he doesn't sell the Assault Cuirass as well, right?
Attack.
Wait, was it HFN
he's
that did
done
it
that.
last time?
Yep, well, they
It was.
Going for the Mjolnir though this time around.
Ah, okay.
Not that straight AC first. Oh, here we go. RP,
RP on
thank you.
him. Skewer into the jug. Omni slash, the Stampede. Can we get away from
Wait, he's
here?
going the wrong way.
HFN.
Wait, he's alive.
No way. Healed up with a shield as well, but Spin's going to finish him off. The roll back in, kills off the Prophet at last. But how much do you lose for that one kill? Because Dark Mago has a Yules in your jug. He's going to spear him up and pin him to the tree. They're trying to focus too many targets, though. Like Panda Boo's going in the back lines. Now we're going to try and TP home, but Matthew with a toss brings him down yet again to the ground, and PP blinks away. Ooh, hiding in the trees.
No one hit him.
No one found him. They throw the arena. They know where he is roughly. The spear. Oh, no.
Wow, that grazed his mouth.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He gets out. I mean, I guess all they get in the end was one Juggernaut. They traded carry for carry, but it still feels bad because your Jug is not farming with his Empower.
How much do they
just pop-
what, 600 gold for PP for killing HFN?
He got something good. I mean, it was kind of awkward though. He ran to the left instead of towards the Abaddon because he saw the other two heroes there, I guess. Or maybe the Abaddon could have saved him and his allies would have been able to like follow up and stun up PP so he couldn't use that shockwave.
It could have been.
Yeah,
Dark
could've
Mago with a
been,
haste
should've
rune,
been.
toying with his Radiant team right now. He just runs into them, pops the haste, tries to TP out. PP thinking of the cancel with a spear. A
Oh,
skewer.
HFN top? Wait, hold on.
Winter's Curse there as well.
There too.
Yeah, they're catching HFN. Roll back in as well. Pamplona getting on top of the Nature's Prophet. They're going to bring HFN down. Oh, the Stampede to run around mid lane. They're going to disengage. And HFN, he's actually back to his tier 1 tower. The roll, not going to land. Do they have another kick? A silence. They've got Geomagnetic Grip and a kick back into the Troll Trap. The final roll is there. And he does trade back with his Wrath of Nature. While Oscar wants to close the gap onto the Beastmaster with the rest of his squad coming up the river. They should have
Oh,
the
boy.
Avalanche to cancel the TP, stomp him up, and little boy is gone.
I mean, these trades feel pretty good for Infinity, especially if HFN's the one dying. Wait, HFN, why are you buying a Midas? What is going
excuse
on
me.
here, sir?
Excuse me.
He's got a Midas queued up. I mean, he hasn't bought the gloves, but, you know, that's what he's got queued up. I think he's just trolling at this point.
I don't know. I feel like we've been talking about that Angel TB earlier and the GPM and the record being set. I kind of have a feeling that HFN he wants to break it in this game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Get the rest of his team to chain feed while he just continues farming. Buy a hand of
I
Midas.
hope not. Now is in... They're going for Roshan, okay. I was gonna say now could be in danger. He's very far up top lane, but they're just going for the Roshan pit. And this is gonna scare Infinity a little bit because they don't see any of the heroes. They're wondering if they're being smoked on or something like that.
Tower has fallen.
They haven't really scanned Roshan yet either.
Yeah, that spirit's kind of just rolling around in that bottom lane. waiting for somebody to show. And the jump onto PP mid. Tombo onto the Magnus, Yule's up as well, the Stampede around, the DD Dark Mago doesn't spear him to a tree, and he's turned on with the Winter's Curse. Roar into HFN too. Sexy Yogi's about to die, the tree chucked at him. Oh, does it open up for Dark Mago to finish off the Wyvern? Yeah, absolutely does. Beyond godlike now.
Meanwhile, boy Tiny also being stalked.
Yeah, right on top of him. Another avalanche. Simple pick-off onto that Beastmaster, who's completely alone. It is room, it's space for now to, you know, split push out top. He's getting a lot of farm on his Juggernaut. But your base is about to come under assault. Oh, if they lose that Earth
You got an
Spirit.
Oscar, you know.
Oscar, he's been Omni-slashed. Roll on the Magnetize, HFN comes in, but he's been dragged in with the RP. Oscar caught in as well, but Matthew arrives with an avalanche, kills the healing ward, and toss on the Mars inside onto that Jug, but the arena comes with a spear, and Winter Wyvern can't do anything to save them. Juggernaut just dies inside the Colosseum. The Gladiators battle.
Tried to... PP forced HFN into him so he can RP both the Centaur and the NP, but a little too late, you know, you're already dead. Juggernaut doesn't even have enough damage to be able to bring down the Centaur in one Omni Slash. Especially with that Crimson Guard being up. Now it looks like he's just gonna go straight to the high gun. Too little, too late, boys. You've already gave away a lot in the early game.
Well, they absolutely did. Oh, look at that, the comparison between now and HFN. That seems a little bit unfair, production.
That's salt and wound.
Oh my goodness. Diving now, behind the barracks, spear on the Wyvern. 12 deaths to his name, as HFN still holds the Aegis, being healed up by the Abaddon, faces the Juggernaut. Healing ward still going until HFN finds the one touch to clear it, and a toss back, good save.
Oh, PP.
Because the skewer was coming from PP. Stampede there now as a spear catches little boy, the Beastmaster shredded with no buyback available. And it doesn't feel like Infinity have anything left really in the tank now. They toss the Juggernaut inside the entire Dire squad, and Arena comes out for the PP and the Pamplona finish to pummel and punish Team Infinity. And this is where you call it. Everybody's dead. They're tossing their profit around at this point. That's how much fun NoPing are having. Oh, go on, Matthew, have another crack. Yeah, toss HFN around. Entire lane gone down bottom. Okay, yeah, that just happened. Bye-bye, Wyvern. 0-13-2. Sad times for Sexy Yogi.
Yeah, NoPing are just having a good time, you know, just getting farmed them kills. Then KDAs. Mars 16-0-12.
Prophet finished his hand to Midas as well, Thiedman.
Did he? He got a Desolator and a Midas? Great.
What's his GPM? 760 GPM. Yeah, you need to drag this game out another, what, 5-6 minutes or something to even think about it.
A lot. He probably bought the Midas, like, I gotta get level 25 faster. So I can teleport camp to camp.
Smoke coming out of the base, Infinity, and they're going to meet them on the ramp. Oscar is going to go straight onto PP with a toss of the stomp to catch the Magnus. Winter's Curse going to buy a bit of time. The Roar catches out HFN as they chuck the arena in. Little Boy's being healed up with a cold embrace, but Juggernaut just can't do a damn thing. He has to spin back towards his fountain, lost 3 teammates already, and then the Yules into Spear yet again. Combo up onto the Jug, and GG is what Little Boy calls. What do we have in the end? Dark Mago 17-0, 15-2 from HFN.
Yep. I mean, you know, we talked about these cores and their scores, but to be honest, the person who made all this happen was Matthew, right? Matthew, his position forward, like with the Centaur, making the plays on the Wyvern, getting those 2-3 kills, then making the rotations, you know, stopping the runes from being taken. Just being at the right place at the right time, giving that early momentum for NoPing. Dark Mago smoked the bottom. That was really nice as well. But these were all possible because like of how hard they were winning bottom to begin with and how much pressure they were applying onto these heroes. So very well played by Matthew in this game. I think I'd give him the MVP overall. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the only thing we can really look at because they freaking stomped
I mean,
hard
just
this game.
looking at the Tiny's hero damage, he did the third highest damage in the game at about 14,000. Yeah. Now on the Juggernaut, barely went over 10k, while the rest of them we won't even talk about on Infinity, unfortunately. But yeah, boys on the panel, pretty one-sided there. NoPing, though, definitely contenders to go, towards the top of the group stage, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Fierce competitors, these NoPing fellas.